Hey guys, I'm Akash and welcome to Pabbly. So the topic for today's video is create certificate for online teachers training program and send on WhatsApp. Now suppose guys you are an online educator and you provide online training programs for teachers. Now every time a new batch pass out, the completes the training, you have to provide them with the certificates. Now the number of trainees, number of teachers can be in hundreds. But the manual process of creating certificates from hundreds of teachers, hundreds of candidates can be very much repetitive and time consuming. So in this video, I came up with an awesome automation by which you can automatically create the certificates for teachers with the data present in your Google Sheet. You just have to enter the details or the data of the teacher into a Google Sheet, and from that automatically the certificates for all the teachers in bulk, hundreds of teachers in bulk will be created from Google Slides. And also guys, we will send the certificates to that very same teacher as a WhatsApp message, the PDF file of the certificate. Interesting, right? Now here you must be thinking how we are going to do this. So to make this happen, we will be using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration software. Now, what is the actual step-by-step guide to set up this automation and how you can create this automation by yourself? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on the Pabbly Connect dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you just have to go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So after reaching this dashboard, click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I'll name my workflow as Google Sheets to Google Slides to WhatsApp and click on create. You can give any name of your choice according to you. After creating your workflow, here we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is, first, we have to get the details or the data of the teachers or the candidates for whom we want to create certificates. Then after that, after getting that data which is present in our Google Sheet, we will send that very same data to Google Slide so that the template which we have created in Google Slide, using that template, we can generate some new certificates. After that, we will send those very same certificates, the PDFs of those very same certificates on WhatsApp to those very same candidates or teachers. But first, we have to add a scheduler in this automation so that we can tell this workflow, tell this automation that when we want to set up this automation, we want this automation to run to create new certificates and send to those candidates or teachers. So here in trigger application, in trigger window, we will select scheduler over here. So by using scheduler, we can tell this workflow that at what date and what time exactly we want this automation to run, and we want the certificates to be generated and sent on WhatsApp. So after selecting schedule by Pabbly, it is asking us how often you want to run your workflow. So in the drop down below, we can see there are several options like once, every day, days of the week, dates of the month, or at a regular interval. So we just want to create these certificates from our data and send it on WhatsApp once. So we will select once over here. Then after selecting once, it is asking me for the date and time, that at what date and time we want this automation to run. So for example, today is 12th of July. So I'll select the 13th of July for tomorrow, and the time will be 10 a.m. So I want tomorrow to be this automation to be run tomorrow at 12 and at 10 a.m. So after that, just click on save, and we have scheduled this workflow. Now we have to build the workflow further. So the teachers or the candidates for whom we want to create certificates, the data of those people are present in our Google Sheet. Let me show you. So this is the spreadsheet in which the name of the teacher, their mobile number, their course start date, their course end date, as well as their certificate date, that at what date we are issuing these certificates is entered. Now we want that using this data, we want to create the certificates for them, and then we want to send them on WhatsApp. So first we have to get the details or the data present in this sheet inside Pabbly Connect. So this is a Google Sheet, guys. So here in Pabbly Connect, we will scroll down and come to our action window over here. And here in choose app, we will search for Google Sheets. Google Sheets it is. Then after that, in action event, we can see there are lots and lots of action event over here, out of which we will select get rows. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. So just click on this connect with Google Sheets button. And in a new tab, it is asking us to select our Google Sheets account. So this is the account where my Google Sheet exists, Google Sheet consists of. So I'll select this account. Just scroll down and click on continue. And after clicking on continue, we can see that our Google Sheets account is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now after that, it is asking us to select spreadsheet. So in the drop down below, we can see all the spreadsheets which we have created in our Google Sheets account can be seen over here. And Pabbly Connect is asking us out of all of these spreadsheets, from which spreadsheet we want to get the details or the data of teachers to get from. So the spreadsheet which I have created is named as Teachers Certificate List, as you can see over here. So we will select this very same spreadsheet in our workflow, Teachers Certificate List. And after selecting the spreadsheet, it is asking us to select a sheet. So in this spreadsheet, I have only one sheet named as sheet 1. So here we will select it as sheet 1, as you can see over here. Then at last, it is asking us for the range, that the data of what range we want to get from, do we want to get in Pabbly Connect. So we just have to select the range of in our spreadsheet where our data is exist. So here my data starts from cell A2, as you can see over here. Above that, we have only headers over here in the column names. So from A2, my data starts, and we have to select the complete data which we want to get inside Pabbly Connect. So I have selected the data. And here in the range section, you can see the range of our data. Just copy this range over from here after selecting the data, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after that, guys, after pasting the range, we just have to click on save and send test request. But first, just turn the simple response button off, switch it to the left side, turn it off and click on save and send test request. And after clicking on save and send test request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And in this response, we can see the complete details or the complete data of our selected range from our spreadsheet can be seen over here. So this is the complete data. But here we have received this data in array format. So first we have to convert this data into simple format. And also guys, we have collectively received the data, the complete data of the spreadsheet in Pabbly Connect. But we want to process the data in a row-wise manner. So we have entered the details of one teacher, one candidate in single row. So we want to process this data in row-wise manner. So to convert this data into array format and get the response or the data of one particular row at a time, we have to use iterator over here. For that, we'll just scroll down, click on this add action step button. And after that, here in choose app, search for iterator. Iterator it is. After selecting iterator, in choose array, it will automatically detect the response which we have received in array format. So it has automatically detected response result which we have received in array format. So after that, just selecting iterator, just click on save and send test request. And after clicking on save and send test request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this is the response of the very first row of our data. So this is the very same name, dummy name, which we have entered in the first row, the same enrollment number, the very same mobile number, the same course start date, course end date, as well as certificate date and row index, the row number of that data. So the row number 2 it is. So we have received it. So here, after using iterator, we have received the data from Google Sheets and we have converted that data from array format to simple format and extracted the data of one particular row at a time. So every time this automation will run, it will get the data of Google Sheets, complete data from Google Sheets in Pabbly Connect. Then using iterator, we will process that data one by one in a row-wise manner. So after selecting iterator, the step 1 of setting up this automation is successfully completed. We have successfully received the data of the teachers for whom we want to create certificate. Now we have to move to step 2, where we have to send this very same data to Google site to create some certificates from the template which we have already created. So we will scroll down and click on this add action step button over here. And here in choose app, we will search for Google Slides. Google Slides it is. Then in action event, we have to select create presentation from template. So we have already created a template for our certificate in our Google Slides account. So we have to select this, click on connect, select add new connection, and here we have to connect our Google Slides account now. Just click on connect with Google Slides, select the Google Slides account in which your template is present. After that, just scroll down and click on continue. And yes guys, now you can see that our Google Slides account is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. After that, it is asking us template presentation. So in the drop down below, we can see all the template slides which we have created in our Google Slides account can be seen over here. And out of all these slides, the template which we are going to use is named as Pabbly Education Academy Certificate Template. So I have given this pretty long name to this template, and this is the kind of template I have created. So I want to create certificates based on this template. And in this template, you will notice some things that I have entered name in this double curly braces over here. Then I have added from date from this double curly braces, to date in this double curly braces, and date over here. So you must be thinking why I have added these kind of text in double curly braces in this template. So these text which are present in double curly braces are basically some dynamic text, some dynamic fields, which means the text in place of these dynamic tags can be changed according to our choice for every new templates. So here I have added name, and the name will be keep on changing for every teacher, for every candidate for whom we are creating template or certificates using this template. Then to add these kind of dynamic tags, we have added some dynamic fields using this. So we have one dynamic field named as name, then second one is from date, third one is to date, and fourth one is date. So here in from date, we'll enter the start date of the course. In to date, we will enter the end date of the course, and here in date, we will enter the date on which we are giving this certificate to the participants or the teachers. So guys, this is the template. So we will select Pabbly Education Academy Certificate Template, this certificate template in Pabbly Connect. So this is the template, just selected. Then after that, it is asking us for the title of new presentation, that the new certificates which we are generating from this template, what name we want to give to those files. So here we have to enter a name. So I want the name to be a combination of the name of the person as well as the start date or the end date of that particular person's course. So we have received the name of the person from Google Sheet, and using iterator we have received in a row wise manner. So we have the response for the name of this teacher over here, and we have the course end date over here. So I want to use a combination of these two things to name the file or name the new certificate. So we just have to map these details over here. And the process of mapping, guys, is very simple. Simply click on this field, and from the drop down below from the responses of iterator, we can see all the responses which we have received from iterator can be seen over here. And out of all these responses, select the response for name over here. After mapping the name, just add a hyphen. I want to add a hyphen, so I'll add a hyphen. And once again, from the drop down below, we can see responses, and out of responses from iterator, we will map the course end date over here. So this is the course end date. So we have given that new presentation, the new certificate which will be created will be a combination of the name of the candidate as well as the course end date on which they have completed their course. Then it is asking us new presentation location. So the certificates which we are generating will be stored in our Google Drive, but we have to specify that in what particular folder it will be stored. So in my Google Drive, I have multiple folders, but specifically for these certificates, I have created a folder named as teacher certificate. So I want that all the new certificates which are generating should be stored in this particular folder. So I will select this particular folder over here in Pabbly Connect workflow. So teacher certificate. Then it is asking us name, from date, to date, and date. So basically those four dynamic fields, those four variable fields which we have created in our template are present over here. Now here we have to enter the text which we want to add which we want to be replaced in place of these dynamic fields. So in place of name, we will map the name of the candidate or name of the teacher for whom we are creating this certificate, to whom we are giving this certificate. So just click on this, and from the drop down below, we can see all the responses which we have received from Google Sheet as well as from iterator. So from the responses from iterator, map the response of name over here. Then follow the same process for from date. From the responses of iterator, map the course start date over here in from date. In to date, map the course end date. As we all know, the process of mapping is very simple. And in date, we want to enter the name or the date on which we are giving those teachers these certificates. So enter the certificate date over here. So we have basically mapped all the required data in their dynamic fields which we have created in our template. After mapping all these data, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that a new certificate using all these details which we have mapped over here is now created using the template which we have selected. And the new certificate is stored in this particular folder in our Google Drive. So let's check it. We will go to our Google Drive folder. And yes guys, we can see that here we have a new certificate named as dummy name, and then we have the name, the date and the course end date of that particular user. Just open this certificate, and yes, you can see that this is the very same template which we have created, and in place of name we have the name of the teacher which we have entered in our Google Sheet. Then after that, in place of start date, we have the start date of the course of that particular teacher. In end date, we have the end date of the course as well with the same data which we have added in our Google Sheet. And in place of certificate date, we have the very same certificate date which we have added in our Google Sheet. So till now, we have learned that how we can create new certificates from the data which is present in our Google Sheet using Google Slides and Pabbly Connect. And those new certificates are stored in our Google Drive. Now guys, we want to send those very same certificates to the very same teachers or the candidates as a WhatsApp message and the PDF file of these certificates. But the problem is, as you can see on the right side, the share permission of this particular certificate or the new certificates which we are generating is private to only me. Now to share these certificates with all the other peoples or the candidates, we have to first change the share permission of this particular file which we have created just now using Pabbly Connect automation. So for that, we will get back to Pabbly Connect, and in our workflow, we will just scroll down and click on this Add Action Step button. So guys, we will add another step of Google Drive in this workflow because we can't manually change the details or the share permission of new certificates which are generating. So here in action step, here in choose app, we will search for Google Drive. Google Drive it is. Then here in action event, we can see there are lots and lots of action event over here. Out of which we will select share a file with anyone. Just select this. Click on connect, select add new connection, and click on connect with Google Drive. Now we have to connect our Google Drive account. This should be the very same account which we have connected with Google Slide. So select the Google Drive account and scroll down and click on continue. So after clicking on continue, our Google Drive account is now also connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us for the file ID, that of what is the ID of the unique ID of that particular file of whom we want to change the share permission. So we will be generating new certificates every time this automation is executed. And for every new certificate, for every new teacher, every new candidate, the certificate ID or the document ID or the file ID will be a unique ID. So after creating certificate from Google Slides, in response, we have received a presentation ID of that newly generated certificate. So basically we have to map this very same presentation ID in place of this file ID. Just turn on the mapping button in front of it, remove or delete the default response, and from the drop down below, from the responses from Google Slides, map the response of presentation ID over here. And then just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, we have received a response which says that the share permission of this particular file whose ID we have mapped, whose presentation ID we have mapped, is now changed to anyone with the link. So let's check it. So this was the very same certificate which we have generated just now, and we saw that earlier the share permission of this particular certificate was private to only me. But now we can see that automatically the share permission of this certificate is changed to anyone with the link. So guys, using this step, we have changed the share permission of the certificate as well. Also guys, we will get back to our Pabbly Connect workflow, and then this response from Google Drive after changing the share permission, in this very same response, we have received the PDF link, the link of the PDF file of that particular certificate. So in this response, we have a response named as export links application/PDF. So this is the link of that very same certificate which we have generated just now, but in PDF format. So we will send this very same link to WhatsApp using to the candidate as a WhatsApp message. Now we have successfully generated the certificates using Google Sheet data and changed the permission of those certificates and got the PDF link of that particular certificate. Now we want to send them as a WhatsApp message. For that, we'll scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button, And here in choose app, search for WhatsApp Cloud API. WhatsApp Cloud API it is. Then after that, in action event, select send template message. Click on connect, select add new connection. And here we have to connect our WhatsApp Cloud API account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we require the token ID, the phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID of our Cloud API account. So guys, here I have already created my WhatsApp Cloud API account. But you haven't created your WhatsApp Cloud API account, don't worry guys, we have a separate dedicated video on how you can set up your own WhatsApp Cloud API account. And the link of that video will be in the description box below. So I'll suggest you that you can refer to that video and set up your own Cloud API account. And after creating your account, you will reach to this app dashboard page of WhatsApp Cloud API. And at this very same page, you will find all the things which are required to make the connection. We have the temporary access token, phone number ID, as well as the WhatsApp business account ID. So just copy the phone number ID from here, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in the connection window. Then copy the WhatsApp business account ID from here, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Then it is asking us for the token. But the token which we get on this app dashboard page is temporary access token, which means this token will expire every 24 hours. So the connection will be lost after 24 hours. But don't worry guys, there is a way by which you can generate your permanent access token which will never expire. So in Pabbly Connect connection window below token, there is a help text which says enter system user generated permanent token as explained here. So here is a hyperlink as we can see. Just click on it and it will take you to a new tab on our forum. And at this very same page on our forum, you will find all the details regarding WhatsApp Cloud API. How you can set up your Cloud API account, how you can generate a permanent access token and other details as well. So by referring to this page, you can generate your permanent access token, then just enter that token, permanent token over here and click on save to make the connection. I have already made the connection, so I will click on select existing connection and I will use my old connection to make the connection with WhatsApp Cloud API and Pabbly Connect. Just click on save. After making the connection, it is asking us for the template name. Now here you must be thinking, what are these templates? So templates are basically some predefined WhatsApp messages which we want to send to our user or our teachers or to the candidates with the certificate. So to send the WhatsApp message using WhatsApp Cloud API, first we have to create a template of that particular message in WhatsApp Cloud API, and after that we have to get that template approved from Facebook, or should I say Meta. And after the approval, we can use that very same template to send WhatsApp messages. So in the drop down below template name, you can see all the template messages which I have created in my WhatsApp Cloud API account and got it approved can be seen over here. So the template which we are going to use in this video, let me show you that. So we'll go back to our app dashboard page, and here in this very same page we will scroll down, and in step 2 you can see a hyperlink over here. Just click on it and you will see that you will reach the message template page of WhatsApp Cloud API. And at this very same page we can see all the template messages which we have created and got it approved can be seen over here. By clicking on create message template button, you can create a template message of your choice. So we have a separate dedicated video on template creation as well, where we have explained all the process which are required to create a template and what are the features it offers. And the link of that video will also be in the description box below. So guys, in here in create message template button, you can create a template. So the template which we are going to use in this video, let me show you that. So let's search for that template. So the template is named as participation certificate. Let's open this template. So this is a kind of message which I want to send to all the teachers and participants with their certificate as a WhatsApp message. So here in this message, you can see that after hi, I have added the name of the teacher or the participant to whom I am sending the certificate. So here in body section, you will notice after hi, I have added another variable, another dynamic field, just how we have created or added in our slide, in our Google Slides. So it works like the same. So in this dynamic field, the name of the teacher will be keep on changing for every sending message. So we will add these kind of dynamic tags in this WhatsApp message as well. So after hi, I wanted to add the name of the teacher. So we have body field 1 over here. Then it says, congratulations, we are pleased to inform you that you have successfully completed that, and we have another body field named as body field 2. So here we are providing this certificate for training, teachers training, online teachers training. So we will enter online teachers training over here. Then this message says, please find the PDF attached containing your certificate. Hope for your significant and successful career in life. Best regards. And then here we will enter the name of our organization as, for example, Pabbly team. So guys, this is the WhatsApp message, and in this message you will notice I have also added a header, and in header I have selected media and selected document. So the PDF file of the certificate will be sent as a header file with this very same message to the teachers or the participants. So participation underscore certificate, we will select this very same template in Pabbly Connect workflow. Participation underscore certificate. After selecting the template, the language code and template ID is automatically detected. We don't have to make any changes over there. And after that, it is asking us for the recipient mobile number. So here in place of recipient mobile number, we have to enter the mobile number of the teachers or the candidates for whom we are creating certificates. So we have entered the mobile number of the teachers in our Google Sheet in front of their name, and the response of Google Sheet was captured inside Pabbly Connect. So from the responses of iterator, we will map the mobile number. Just click on this field, and from the drop down below, we can see all the responses from our Google Sheet in this drop down, and from iterator, using iterator, we have extracted that data in the row wise format. So from this response, select the response for the mobile number. So the help text below it says, enter the recipient mobile number with country code without plus sign. So we have to enter the recipient mobile number with country code and 10-digit mobile number, but not the plus sign. So usually we enter the mobile number with country code and plus sign. For example, the country code of India is 91. So I usually enter plus 91 and then my 10-digit mobile number. But we don't have to enter the plus sign over here. So make sure that you don't add the plus sign over here too. After that, it is asking us for the header document URL. So as I told you in my template message, I am sending a PDF file as a document in this as a header in this message. So we have to enter the URL or the link of that very same document. So after changing the file share permission of our newly created certificate from Google Drive, so in that responses, we have received the URL or the link of the PDF file for that very same certificate. So we will map this very same URL, very same link in this header document URL. Just click on that, and from the responses of Google Drive, we can see that there is a response of application export link application /PDF. So we will map this PDF link over here. Then it is asking us for the header document file name. So I will name this file as, just for an example, training certificate. So here it has basically asked me that what is the name of this file which will be shown in the WhatsApp message. So I want this file to be named as training certificate. Then it is asking us body field 1, body field 2 and body field 3. Same 3 body fields, same 3 dynamic tags which we have added created in our template message. So here in message, in place of body field 1, I wanted to add the name of the teacher to whom I am sending the certificate as a WhatsApp message. So we'll just click here and we will use the process of mapping over here. And from the responses of iterator, map the response of the teacher's name to whom we are sending message. Now in place of body field 2, we wanted to add that for completion of training. So the teachers have completed their training, so I'll enter training over here. And in place of body field 3, we wanted to add the name of our organization. So for example, I'll enter the name of our organization, PABBLY. So guys, basically I have created this kind of template and added this kind of variables in this message. You can basically create any kind of WhatsApp message template of your choice and also add variables according to your choice as well. And I'm sending the PDF document, but if you want, you can send image or any other thing and as a header attachment with this WhatsApp message. So after mapping all these details, entering all this data, just click on save and send test request. So after clicking on save and send test request, we have received a response over here. And in this response seems to be a positive response to us, which shows that a WhatsApp message with our selected templates and all these details and this document, this certificate document is sent on this very same number. So let's check the WhatsApp account of this number. So let's go to the WhatsApp account. And yes guys, we can see that here we have received a WhatsApp message, and this message says, hi dummy name, the very same name which we have added in the sheet. Congratulations, we are pleased to inform you that you have successfully completed your training. Please find the attached PDF containing your certificate. Hope for your significant and successful career in life. Best regards, Pabbly team. So we have successfully received the very same template message which we have created in WhatsApp Cloud API. And we can see that there is a PDF file named as training certificate attached with this message. Let's download the file and open it. So we'll just download the file and open it from the desktop. And yes guys, we can see that this is the very same template or the very same certificate which we have created just now while setting up the workflow. Means guys, the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. So in this automation, in this video, we learned that how using the data in our Google Sheet, we can create certificates in bulk without any manual efforts, without any manual process for our teachers, online teachers training program. And not just creating certificate guys, we can also send those very same certificates as a WhatsApp message to those very same teachers for whom we have created certificates. So now let's understand in brief that what are the steps we followed while setting up this automation. So guys, at first we have added a scheduler in this workflow in our Pabbly Connect workflow. And after that we have selected once because we want to generate this certificate once and only send it once. So we have selected once. So whatever the date and time you will select over here, the workflow will be triggered. The workflow will be triggered at that very particular date and time, very same date and time. And this automation will run, get the data from Google Sheets, create the new certificates from Google Slides and send those new certificates PDF on WhatsApp to those very same teachers. So after selecting scheduler or scheduling this workflow, we have selected Google Sheet to get the details or the data of the teachers or the candidates for whom we want to create the certificates. Then after getting that data, the data was present in array format. So using iterator, we have converted that data from array format into simple format and extracted the data of one row so that we can process the data or the whole Google Sheet data in row-wise manner. Then we have sent that very same data to Google Slides to create a new certificate from our template which we have already created. Then after using Google Drive, we have changed the share permission of that particular file or the particular certificate which we have created just now. And after that, we have sent all of this data collectively to WhatsApp Cloud API so that we can send WhatsApp message with our selected template and the certificate which we have created just now. So not just this application guys, you can basically integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this very same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this very same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
If you need any kind of help or have any queries, you can ask them on forum.pabbly.com and you can check Pabbly Connect's pricing at this link. So if this video was helpful to you, you can like this video, don't forget to share it with others, and to keep getting such content on automation and integration, you can subscribe to Pabbly. Thank you, have a nice day.